What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And today I wanted to talk about this Reddit thread I found and was pretty entertained by. People of Reddit, who is the dumbest person you met? And yeah, it should be a pretty fun video, so without further ado, let's get into it.
Nice racking her ass Brazilian, just turned 21, but my bank's a million.
Alright, so I think interacting with stupid people has to be one of the most frustrating things that could possibly happen to you, but, you know, other people's stories tend to be pretty entertaining too, so I figured I would collect some of the best ones from this thread, and let's go. A customer who thought he should be able to get the Jordan Bread 11s for 90% off because of 2 coupons he had. One of the coupons was a 70% off clearance promotion from Nike's website, and the other was a 20% off coupon from Payless that expired in 2017. I've never been more confused, frustrated, and exasperated than I was during the 10-minute interaction where myself, 2 managers, and a customer tried to explain why this was not going to happen. See, they had the spirit of the Karen, right? Come in and make some crazy demand with coupons. The only difference is they didn't even bother to make fake coupons for that store, bro. I don't know what you expect them to do with a coupon from like Nike's website and Payless shoes. Sir, this is a Foot Locker. Can you please leave? I know a woman who bragged on Facebook that she scored 84 on her IQ test. She thought it was out of 100. See, I feel like bragging about whatever you got on your IQ test is already dumb enough, right? Because it just really doesn't matter that much. But on top of it, there's something extra juicy about thinking it's out of 100 and being proud of being like slightly smarter than a glass of milk. I was put in charge of training a girl at a coffee shop I worked at. She didn't know how to make coffee. I literally had to tell her, okay, now pour the coffee until it reaches here. No, pour it slower. Don't dump the whole pot over the cup. When trying to train her on the register, I don't know if she couldn't or just refused to count. A total would be $5.98 and she'd tell him it was $6, and when people gave her anything but bills, she'd stare at the change and ask me how much that was, or she'd say, $2, right? And there'd be like 50 cents on the counter in dimes and pennies. I tried training her on the sandwich station. She would pack the food frozen into bags and just hand it out. On her breaks, I'd have to constantly remind her that 15 minutes means 15 minutes, not 20, not 30, not an hour. We were allowed to have food at work for free within reason, but only in the back, and she would reach into the pastry case with her bare hand, pick up an item, and eat it at the register or right next to the case. There was a lot more she'd do wrong, and it got to the point where I thought she was trying to get fired. I'm really hoping that this is still a situation where, like, you know, she just cost the company hundreds of dollars over her employment. Anytime someone paid for a sandwich and a quarter, she'd be like, wow, $25, big spender, and then, like, give them change. I love that, looking at dimes and pennies, dude, and just assuming it's $2. You can never, ever underestimate how stupid someone will be, because you will always end up being dramatically disappointed. We were in history class taking a pop quiz, and one of the questions is, where is Pearl Harbor? Someone raised their hand and asked, who is Pearl Harbor and why would I know where he is? It's me. I had trouble focusing in school and thought Pearl Harbor was a person. Pearl Harbor doesn't even sound like a person, bro. Like, if it does anything, it's Mr. Krabs' daughter. I've never once saw that and gone, a person, that's interesting. I would have just assumed that was a place, dude. I gotta say, it's also definitely a ballsy move to be posting about the stupidest person you've ever met while talking about yourself. You know, I'm not saying I've got the most confidence in the world, but you gotta love yourself a little bit more than saying you are the dumbest person you've ever met. Because no matter how dumb you think you are, I can almost guarantee you've met someone dumber. My first girlfriend about 20 years ago, I showed her one of those newspapers at the time that made up stories about alien abductions, etc. Weekly World News, I think it was. One of the headlines was, Belgium destroyed by giant asteroid and no one noticed for 2 months, and she thought it was real. Thing was, she wasn't dumb, just innocent and naive. I love this because he tries to cover, you know, he's like, they weren't that dumb. It was just a situation where they were naive. I don't know, bro. They thought an entire country got hit by an asteroid, and for 2 months, literally nobody noticed. I'm not saying they're, like, incredibly stupid, but that definitely crosses over into dumb territory. Could you imagine Germany's just like, oh my god, where did Belgium go? Was anyone gonna tell us about this? When did this happen? For months, I've been dealing with a client who doesn't get their bills. Every month, they call and ask where it is. We confirm the address and the expected arrival date, and I generate a new invoice and email it over. And today, when confirming the address for the 6th time, they said, oh, that's not my town or zip, and submitted an address change. How the hell do you not know where you live? Yeah, listen, I feel like you get one of these, bro. You move and forget to change some service over so the bill still goes to your old address. I can understand how that happens for a little bit, right? But if this is the 6th time you're calling and you still haven't realized it's the wrong address, then that's 100% on you, right? You're right, man. I know we've had this conversation 40 times. Thought tequila was literally made of only blended worms. I mean, she thought you blended worms and it made tequila. Why was the texture not like puree? That's not how alcohol worked. Thought The Onion was a genuine news source and took everything reported very seriously. Thought the song Feliz Navidad was Febreze Haviblad. Waved a smudge stick in your face, claiming bad vibes when you brought up she might be the one to do the dishes once in a while. Thought she was the leader of the wolf pack and became very angry if friends did not knock by scratching the door with their fingernails. Ruined every Teflon frying pan in the house by cutting up bacon with a steak knife while it fried in the pan, invoking the phrase cutting board would lead to subsequent smudge stick warnings. Had 2 cats, one of the dumbest I've ever seen, one delightfully cat-like. Roommate was convinced that the dumb cat who frequently walked into walls was bright and thought the other one was stupid and used to jeer regular cat for doing weird uncat-like things like sitting on the fridge and bathing itself. Got the power turned off because she thought hiding the bills in the red cards would fix the problem. The money she had been sent every month from my share of the hydro, weed money. Did not notice that I had a job, and when she inquired where I went 5 days a week, believed the other roommate who sarcastically said that I went to the carnival. Screeched that I should earn my own money instead of getting a free ride in life, and when I confronted her about the listed hydro situation, especially cheeky since she boasted about how her goal was to live on welfare forever. Emptied her bong water in the bathtub after she'd just cleaned it and didn't bother rinsing it on more than one occasion. Posed for social clout for being affected by OCD. Posed for social clout by pretending to have anorexia. Found this hilarious to do and gleeful whenever people worried about her, and also claimed anorexia to get welfare and to get a special allotment of extra money for food every month. Held laptops by holding them and gripping them pointing down, like someone would a suitcase. Also, when I left my laptop in the open, she denied it somehow and also returned it with multiple keyboard keys missing, claiming her cat must have playfully batted the keys out. Thought Superman was in hiding in a government lair and didn't believe in concussions. More probing revealed that she thought concussions were bruises and that people were being dramatic about it. Honestly, I hope that this is like a fake person, right? I really hope this person made it up, because if somebody that has all of these stupid situations exists as one person, then like that's just basically the Thanos of stupidity. My ex-girlfriend thought rhinoceroses were dinosaurs, and then when we were watching King Kong towards the end of the movie, she asked me if it was based on a true story. Yep, you know how it is. Typical true stories when random giant gorillas be climbing the Empire State Building. I could understand the rhinoceros dinosaur connection. They do look pretty dinosaur-y, okay? I'm gonna give them that. The King Kong true story one, though, yeah, that one's pretty embarrassing. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate you taking a second to press the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought. And, of course, subscribe if you're new and turn on notifications. I know this is a shorter video. I just kind of felt like reacting to this Reddit. So, you know, like I said, if you enjoyed, let me know. If you really want to help me out, link to the intro song can be found down below, along with a link to my podcast, The Scuffedcast. Or, of course, you could use code SCRUBBY on the G Fuel checkout. You get a discount. It helps me out. Everyone's a winner. And last but certainly not least, 2 things to plug. First things first, I did go ahead and put some of my story times up on Spotify, so that way you guys can listen to them on there. The link will be in the description. And last but certainly not least, we got the Karen Christmas sweater. This can be yours by clicking the top link in the description and buying it. And trust me, if you do, your Christmas wishes multiply to 7 bajillion. Seriously though, on that note, guys, that'll do it. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.